I want you to imagine something. I'm going to take you into the scene of a possible future in the United States. You live in a lockdown city. No one is allowed to cross the heavily guarded borders. This city is all you know. Every day, you do the same simple slave work. You get home by curfew and sleep before waking up, and repeating the work again. What you don't know is why you were there, what your ancestors fought for, because the memories of them have been stolen from your mind. You don't know that every day you are being monitored and experimented on by an outside source, because all you know is your everyday work. Now I want to put this in context, because we all live in enclosed borders. The further you push the borders, the more you explore and learn. Today, many Americans live in the borders of the United States. They may have traveled the states and know what it's like to be in the beams of the Florida sunshine, or in the hot Arizona desert, or the feeling of the cool breeze coming off of Lake Michigan. But past the border is a foreign land, for them that stays untouched. This is what the story I just told you describes. We accept this world to be a certain way because of our own experiences and memories. If we aren't distracted in 100 different ways every day, if we weren't fed GMO, if we weren't so concentrated on our own world so much, we may be more easily able to understand the outside world. But what we are fed is a false reality. We live in a false safe zone. It is time to awaken everyone to the real world. In the United States today, we are closed in, set apart from many of the problems of the world, or so we think. We must remember that our government is in many ways causing these tragic acts. The poverty in India still exists. The AIDS virus continues to destroy parts of Africa. We don't wake up to the sounds of gunfire. We don't usually see AIDS victims suffering in our towns. Our world is about pushing boundaries. It's about understanding what is happening outside our borders to better reflect and understand what is going on within them. As Americans, we need to take a good look around and hours of research before we can really find the truth. The reality of the world is often kept from us to keep us submissive. The more we are exposed to the reality of other places, the more we will see how fake our own reality is. If they taught the truth about the Federal Reserve in high school, the banking system would have already collapsed. It is time for the memory of our ancestors to return to us. Our ancestors fought for our freedom. They saw sickness and pain. They knew what was real and what was too good to be true. It's time for everyone to look outside of himself or herself and look around. The further you look, the more you will find. We have been locked in this dream world for almost 238 years. Every country around us has issues, and Americans walk around as if nothing is wrong. So what happens when that dream world snaps and reality kicks in? What happens when the fight of good and evil is no longer hidden from our eyes? What happens when you have to think for yourself? Will you think creatively? Will you think enough to be able to survive? Or will you cave and agree to submit to the very evil that causes the torment?